Augusta. We're watching News 1226 at 11.
Good evening. I'm Hallie Turner, and with the first alert expiring about an hour ago, Mikkel, are we in the clear this evening, or are there more pockets of bad weather ahead of us?
That's right, Hallie. That first alert did expire right at 10 p.m. tonight, so now we're out of the work week, which is really nice coming up.
In just a few hours, it will be like it's almost like the first day of school again for parents and students and staff attending Westmont Elementary School. Now, this is some updated footage we took today outside of Westmont. On Friday, the Columbia County School District said that school will be open tomorrow to host class. For the first 2 weeks of classes, students were learning online or going to alternative learning sites, including the Columbia County Performing Arts Center. Now, because their building used to look like this, construction had been going on at the school for a few years, and the school district said that the construction ran behind recently due to some weather delays, along with waiting for the final inspection of the building to be complete. But with the debut of Westmont Elementary School comes a new traffic pattern. As part of the updated letter to parents, it included the updated traffic pattern right here. The new school is on Oakley Purple Road. The traffic map, along with details on how we got here and much more, are available on our website at wrdw.com. And we're also keeping an eye on another middle school under construction in Richmond County. Students expected to attend the new Bel Air Middle School this new school year. The building program director said in an update last month that the school is targeting an opening date of October 1st. The project includes more than 12 classrooms to increase the operating room of the school to enroll about 1,000 students. Now, those students are currently slated for Bel Air, and they're learning at the Old Langford Middle School. And more road work is happening on I-20. Crews are putting in overhead and ground-mounted sign structures as part of the Savannah River project. The right lanes of each side of I-20 will have one lane closed. Again, this continues tonight through Wednesday morning. More changes will come later this week. And a new traffic pattern is in place at the Highway 56 in Lovers Lane in Burke County. On Facebook, GDOT said workers were finishing up laying new asphalt yesterday, and the Sheriff's Office is asking you to be mindful of your speed as workers are finishing up in the area. And multiple people have died in traffic accidents in the last 3 days. First, we have new details on a traffic death in Aiken County from Friday. The coroner's office says a man was run over by a trailer on Northside Drive, just outside of North Augusta. New details from South Carolina Highway Patrol say the victim was standing in the bed of a truck picking up traffic cones when he fell off and was run over. The South Carolina Highway Patrol is investigating a single vehicle crash that killed one person in Orangeburg County. Near the highway, officials say the driver of the vehicle went off the road and hit a utility pole and died at the scene. And the Burke County Sheriff's Office says one person is dead and 3 others are injured after a traffic accident last night. Officials say it happened at the intersection of Griner Circle and Eagle Pass Road in Hepzibah. When deputies arrived, they found a yellow side-by-side upright in a hayfield. The Sheriff's Office says the driver died at the scene while 3 passengers were thrown from the vehicle after flipping multiple times. They were all taken to the hospital. And all eyes in the political world turn to Chicago as the Democratic National. And today would have been former First Lady Rosalind Carter's 97th birthday. To celebrate, the Carter Center held a family day and a book giveaway at no cost to celebrate her life and legacy. Georgia Representative Nikema Williams was there before flying to Chicago for the DNC. She read to children and hosted a giant book giveaway. How awesome. Now, following Debbie and other heavy rainfall events, officials are sounding the alarm for concerns from the storms, including infections and mosquitoes. Their advice after the break.
We are tracking conditions improving heading into our Monday and the work week ahead. We'll talk about it coming up next.
I was robbed.
A Home for Women provides security for women as they seek safe and stable housing. Round up at checkout in Parker's Kitchen and we'll match 25% of your donation.
As some of our counties recover from the heavy rainfall of Debbie, officials are warning you about the dangers of floodwaters that can linger on, including disease spreading, mosquitoes, and mold. Flynn Sanders has more.
Infection is among local health officials' top concerns for people who come into contact with floodwaters.
We have seen cases of a lot of wound infections or people with cuts and scrapes and blisters and things like that from who've been waiting in the waters.
Coastal Health District Director Dr. Bonzo Bredick says to seek care if you experience fever, headache, redness, pain, and wounds draining fluid. The warning comes after several cities like Savannah, Richmond Hill, and Hinesville have seen major sewage spills or overflows from excessive rain in the past 2 weeks.
The skin infections that can happen, and also the potential harm from being around that dirty water that, again, often has human and animal waste in it, so do not play in it.
There are also ongoing efforts to combat mosquitoes, with officials urging residents to tip and toss any standing water if possible. Earlier this week, Chatham's Mosquito Control reported West Nile virus was detected in 130 samples from 19 sites. Post-Debbie, officials expect an influx of non-disease spreading mosquitoes from floodwaters.
That's putting us behind probably a little bit on West Nile control because the nuisance mosquitoes are countywide. West Nile was really focal in the midtown downtown, especially after this, it's going to bubble out probably just about countywide.
Meanwhile, there's a growing focus on homes, with county officials saying floods have caused mold and compromised well water systems.
If your home was flooded, most likely you're going to have mold in the home.
The health department advises wearing protective equipment while cleaning and to disinfect contaminated wells.
The health department will be offering free water samples once you get to that point. If you call our office, our team will make an appointment to go out to your property and sample your well.
On just some of the many concerns as the South, coastal communities, and those of us right here at home continue to deal with the aftermath of Debbie. And a violent thunderstorm caused a bounce house to go airborne at a gathering in Alabama. The storm appeared to catch everyone by surprise, and you can see it right there, people running in the heavy rain, and then the bouncy house goes flying across your screen. Now, the good news is there were no reports of injuries, but there is no report of what happened to that bouncy house either.
Wow, not sure if insurance accounts for that, but quite a scene right there for sure. As far as the forecast though, 80s coming in by Tuesday. We'll talk about it coming up next.
And were Deadpool and Wolverine able to fight off their new challenger? That and your full box office top 5 after the break.
I'm Donald J. Trump.
More than healthcare, people care.
Trust meteorologist Emily Acton for your first alert. Trust meteorologist Chris Still for your first alert.
Deadpool and Wolverine squared off with its latest competitor at the weekend box office, the latest movie from another franchise. David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
The 15th anniversary re-release of Coraline took 5th place, earning $8.4 million. Twisters fell to 4th, taking in $9.8 million for a domestic total of $238 million. It Ends With Us fell to 3rd place with $24 million, giving it $98 million domestic in 10 days. Deadpool and Wolverine lost the top spot, but made another $29 million for a massive $546 million domestic total. Alien Romulus devoured the competition, launching with $41.5 million to take the box office crown. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Honestly, Mikkel, I know you're probably not going to go watch a chick flick, but I went and watched It Ends With Us the other day, and I was kind of disappointed, so no wonder it got 3rd place. Some of the outfits were horrible. I mean, you have to go watch it to complain about it, right? I read the book.
Okay.
I read the book.
The book was better?
Honestly, it was. They left a lot of stuff out, but after 2 hours, I'm bored. I'm ready to go. So.
I will say, most times they make a movie from a book. The book, by people's opinion, tends to be better. So,
yeah. I'm not a big reader for fun. I just don't enjoy it. But, you know, in this case, it helped me out. But that's about it.
Well, maybe I'll go see it and we can have
a
better dialogue.
Save your money.
Okay. I'll do that as well. Maybe spend it on some fast food. As far as looking at the Radar Network, though.
Animal Hospital.
The First Alert team, named best in Georgia.
The McCormick County Sheriff's Office has announced a retirement of its K9, Ellie Mae. The brown and black bloodhound spent her last 4 years with the Sheriff's Office, and in a Facebook post, the office recalled times when she was able to successfully do a scent trailing operation, leading deputies to a robbery suspect location and finding a lost person suffering from Alzheimer's disease. She will spend the rest of her days retired with the sergeant she assisted in her 4 years there. Mikkel, I don't know that it gets much sweeter than that. I have a friend who his brother had the same thing just happen to them, and they have a retired dog with them, so that he gets to go everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure the dog loves it as well, especially being reunited with that original handler that also retired. But just dogs, man, definitely another testament to how useful they can be, helpful rather.
Faithful to their owners too.
Exactly.
The sheriff's office and their owners.
Man's best friend. So,
There you
a nice, heartwarming story to end the night there. As far as weather, also some great information that may warm your hearts. We're looking at a taste of fall on the way, so not talking about doom and gloom for the week ahead, a dry work week outlook, not much in the rain department, and check out these low temperatures as we head towards the mornings. We're talking about low 60s by Wednesday into Thursday, so definitely going to be some really nice and cool starts, below average, but welcomed as we look at the work week ahead. And as far as high temperatures, we're moving into the 80s as we go past Monday, so a really nice forecast here shaping up for the week ahead. As I mentioned, rainfall chances staying pretty slim as we continue through the 7-day stretch. Maybe by the weekend we'll see some better rainfall chances, but those look to be higher south of Augusta for maybe our southern counties and closer towards the coastline of South Carolina and Georgia. But hey, mornings in the 60s and highs in the 80s, you can't beat that for August.
Oh, you can't beat it. I'm so excited. Stick around. Law Call comes up next. Thanks so much. Have a great night.